treasures, Holly back with you today. Today we are looking at day number 3 of the 5 days of Easter collaboration with CaraBrandonCreations and DearJulieJulie. So let's have a look at our pages for the day. So these are the images from DearJulieJulie that we have to work with. More of these beautiful vintage florals, little chicks, the Easter bunny, butterflies. We have a couple more postage stamps and the teeny tiny library card. And, I mentioned before, but I'll mention again that these images that we get from Julie are actually scans of genuine vintage, often Victorian era cards and just different little bits of ephemera that she finds. So we're really lucky that we have these scans from Julie. All right, so that's our page from Julie today. And this is our page from Cara. You know, their styles are so very different, but they actually work really well together, surprisingly. But let's have a closer look at Cara's. Today, Cara actually does have more of a vintage graphic there for us to use. Our lovely Little Miss, I compared it to Little Miss Muffet, sat on her tuffet. And we have a few sort of vintage adverts, I suppose. We have more labels and teeny tiny tickets, have little chicks, and we have 4 tags down here. These 2 are more sort of ready to use tags. You could just cut them out and go straight away with them. While these 2 are more base tags, ready for you to add to them and, decorate them up nice and pretty. So these are what I'll be working with today. So I will pause the camera. I'll go and cut everything out. I'm going to ink it and sew around the edges, and then I will be right back with you to put our projects together for today. See you in just a nanosecond in your reality. Okay, I'm back with you. I've cut everything out. I've inked around everything, did my stitching around, and most of the bits I have backed, either for journaling on, or even some of them just for stability, just to make them a bit stronger. So this one is going to be a journaling card. I might add a bit of lace to it. Haven't really decided at this point, but for now I'm going to put it aside because it's pretty much done. So I'll put that one aside. This one too, isn't that absolutely precious? I love that, the little bunnies and the flowers. But this one is a nice little journaling card as well, so I'll put that one aside. This one, I think I will turn this into a little tuck spot, and I'll definitely add some lace onto this one. But for now, I'm going to put it aside as well. Putting everything aside, aren't I? It's like, Holly, are you going to do anything with anything today? I will, I promise. All right, I'm going to take all these tiny tickets and labels. I'm going to put them away. I have an envelope of all the little bits that I haven't used yet, and I do have a plan. The little labels, those are going to come into their own once I start putting the journal together and putting everything in. Now, these postage stamps, you might remember we had some on, I believe it was day 1. We had some other postage stamps. I am going to, on day 4, which will be next Wednesday, the 6th of April, I'm going to use these postage stamps, the other postage stamps, getting tongue-tied here, as well as this little advert, our little chicks, this library card, and the other one that we had. Let's see, was that all I was going to take from today? These and the other bits that I mentioned, those are going to be used with some of the day 4 graphics next Wednesday. So look out for that. I have a plan. So I'm really excited about it too. I almost, went ahead with that plan today, except I looked at the day 4 graphics and I thought, oh, some of these go perfectly with that. So I'll keep you in suspense on that one. We have another little, I'm not sure yet if I'm going to use this one as a journaling card or if it might be a little tuck spot or pocket. And actually the same goes for this one here. That's so cute, isn't it? And it would make a fantastic pocket or journaling card. So, I mean, a lot of these are absolutely fantastic. You have so many different options that you can do with them. This one here, my intention is for it to be a tuck spot. And, these are all going to come into play once I've got the journal put together, and then we can start putting everything in. And just so you know, guys, I'm planning to continue. The wrap up is the 13th of April. The last of the graphics that we use, the last set of pictures, will be day 5 on the 8th of April. But I'm going to continue past that, and I'm actually going to put the journal together and put the decorations in. So, it's not just going to be me saying, oh yeah, I'm going to put that in the journal, and you never actually see that happen. So, do stick with me, and I'll actually show you what I do with them. For today, these two, I'm not going to add anything to them for very good reason. If you remember, hopefully you can remember all the way back to Wednesday. This was what I put together with our day 2 papers. So these little guys, I think I mentioned that I wasn't going to put any tags in these pockets on Wednesday. And I said, oh, there are some little tags coming up. Well, here they are. So, and I'm not adding anything to these little guys because they are a very tight fit in there. But you know what? I say I'm not going to add anything, but hello, they need their little toppers on, don't they? So, I shall add something to them. I will add some ribbon to those. I sort of jumped the gun there, didn't I? Surprise, surprise. Okay, I'll put this back over here out of the way for the moment. And let me see. Where are my eyelets? So well prepared here, aren't I? Dear goodness me. All right, let's move these over here for the moment. Oh, I keep my eyelets, some of them, I should say. I keep them in a jam jar. I just think, these pretty decorative jars like this, I can't bring myself to just toss them in recycling. So I try to reuse them when I can think of a use for them. And while I'm at it, I'll go ahead and pick out some eyelets for these guys too. I don't want any green today. Might not today. Oh, there's all sorts in that one. Hold on to it. Do we want yellow eyelets in the yellow tags, or do we want something that will just sort of coordinate? I don't like that yellow very much. Goes away. I don't think I want those. Definitely, those are definitely too big for our little tags today. Oh, look, aren't those pretty? Pretty pastel colors. I think I'll use a couple of yellow ones out of this pack. So I'll put those yellow ones away. I'm not going to use my plain metal ones today. I don't think I want any of those today. Now, so let's see here if I can get it open. Fiddly, fiddly. Oh, I didn't realize that I hadn't even used any of these before. There you go. Time to use them. So there's one yellow and another. Now I need to decide if I want these tiny little mini eyelets. Oh, goodness gracious. More evidence that my fingers and hands don't work. I've got to decide if I want to use the mini eyelets or the regular size eyelets on these tags. So let's just audition them here. So you probably can't even see that. Let's see. So there's a regular sized eyelet. Oh yeah, I think on these ones I definitely want the regular sized eyelet. So I'll put the minis away. You know what? Actually, I should audition that. Yeah, I do like the mini on those on the little yellow tags. But I think they're just too small to go on these pink ones here. Alright, there are the minis put away. Now, the other decision I need to make is, do I want the light pink? Sit up there. Do I want the light pink or the dark pink? Let me try to pick this up so you can have a better view. I really do need a camera that will zoom instead of me having to pick everything up. Oh. Alright. I think I like the darker pink better. I could do one of each, but I think the light pink is just, it's just too washed out, I think. So I will go with the darker pink, if I can get one. Let's just see how the blue looks with it. Just for kicks and grins. Now, I am actually, spoiler, going to be using these as well as a couple of other bits on these tags. So the tag that I put her on, I definitely want the pink. Yeah, I'm going to want the pink on both of them. Oh, okay, yeah, they are the same. Yeah, when I had one turned over, they looked like different shades of pink. But no, they're the same. Okie dokie. So, I'm going to use my crocodile, which is, hiding from me on my desk. What a surprise. And I've got the big boy, the big bite. So what I'll do, I'm going to pause the video, and I'll just do my holes and set the eyelets, because you don't need to watch me struggling with that. But I'll do the eyelets and I'll come right back and we'll get these decorated up. And I'll look for some ribbon. Yeah, that's what it's called, isn't it? Dear. I'll look for some ribbon to put on the tops while I have the camera paused. I'll be right back. Okay, lovelies, I am back. I have found some ribbon and lace and bits and bobs. First thing I'm going to do is add a bit of lace to this lovely little card, or may become a tuck spot. I will decide once I start putting the journal together. Let's see. Oh, come on. Trim off a little bit there. And actually, I think, yeah, that's the length I want. I'm going to seal these ends. Try not to burn the house down in the process. All right, I like that. However, I see an opportunity. Let's see. Aha. Do you see what I see? I won't sing. Oh, goodness. That would be torturous for you, I'm afraid. I will just weave some ribbon through these holes. Oh, yeah. That is pretty. I like it. I like it a lot. Come on, come on. I'm actually working with less lighting than I normally use when I'm crafting, because my normal lighting washes out the video. So it is not exactly ideal. My normal lighting isn't ideal for filming, and the lighting for filming isn't ideal for my eyesight. So the sacrifices I make for you guys. All right. I like that. Oh, I don't know if you can see it very well. I'll show you when I will show you once I have it stuck down. Deal? Deal. So this video will go up for, as I said, day 3, which will be the 1st of April. April Fool's Day. I don't know, how many countries in the world actually celebrate April Fools. English-speaking countries, certainly. And if I remember correctly, France does. I think I learned that in high school French. Oh, come on. This ring light is not cooperating. Hold on, let me turn it off. See how dark it is, though? Oop, there we go. Cute, cute. I'll turn it back on because I think that's okay, isn't it, guys? Hope so. As I was saying, this video will go up on April Fool's Day, which is celebrated at least in, well, several different countries. But as I've mentioned before, I live in the UK now. I've lived here for, gosh, what is it, about 13 years now? And I'm obviously, you can hear American, very much so. I'm going to put this one aside now. That's all I'm going to do to this lovely for the time being. Yeah, obviously I am American. You can hear it very clearly. Got to figure out how to get this through the tiny hole. But I thought you might be interested to know the differences, in the way that, the 1st of April is treated in the UK versus America. In America, the tricks last, at least, I don't want to speak for all of America because I've not lived everywhere in America, and it is a huge country with lots and lots of different cultures and traditions. So where I grew up in America, the April Fool's tricks were pulled, all day, basically, up till, midnight. So, you weren't safe all day. You get all sorts of tricks pulled on you. But in the UK, the tricks only last up until noon. So if you can make it until noon on the 1st of April in the UK without having any horrible tricks played on you, then you are home free. I just thought that might be an interesting little fact for you. And I am struggling. This ribbon is playing tricks on me. Oh, actually, more accurately, it'd be my fingers are playing tricks on me. Oh dear. All right, I tell you what, I will tie that into a proper knot after I finish videoing, but you can see, well, you could see if the blooming light wasn't washing it out. Oh, you can see how it looks there. You see the little yellow gingham? And as I was looking through my ribbon, I realized I have a distinct lack of yellow ribbon. So there is a hole in my collection. I even went into my little storage area, my storage room, and even in there, very little yellow ribbon. So it's not something I use a great deal, but it is a good one for spring and Easter journals, isn't it? So I might have to remedy that. And especially considering the fact that I would like to do a sunflower journal. Ooh. Okay, that's all right. Thought I went a bit too far with that one. There we go. That's cute. Which one do you prefer? The gingham yellow, not that you can see them overly well, or do you prefer the sheer yellow? I think I prefer the gingham personally. Cute. All right, so 2 tags done. And as promised, I am going to put them in. Can't remember how to open it. Whew. Who's that? Put them in the pockets. Oh, lovely. Oh, that's cute. I didn't actually plan on which one I was going to put where, but I do like that I have the gingham, you know, poking out with the gingham there. Cuteness, cuteness. And I will, I'll either reprint this page so I have another one of these tags, or more than likely, as I go on and go through the pages, as well as the other, the coordinating kits the ladies have put together, I will, I'm sure, probably find another little tag that will fit this one. But if not, the beauty of the thing is that I can print this as many times as I want to. So there is that. All right. This one is dundered. Okay. Put that away. Now, let's decorate these two. Now, I pulled this out. This was one of the little eggs left over from day 2. I told you that I would bring them back and use them. So here it is. And this adorable little rabbit with the roses is from Julie's, is it Easter? Am I thinking right? I don't want to tell you the wrong thing. I'm almost entirely certain that it's from Julie's Easter Bright and Fun kit, because she has ephemera, pages, and fussy cuts. There's 3 pages of fussy cuts with that kit. So that's where I've pulled this lovely little bun from. Now, I have not, what I've not done, I've just realized, is ink around this little guy. And I want to do that. I think I've got enough ink left over. Maybe not. Just ink around this fella. So, what has the weather been like where you are? It has been absolutely mad here. I think I told you the other day that it's turned cold. Last week we had gorgeous, gorgeous warm weather. I was so happy with it. Oh, I think I've colored his little ear too much, but oh well. He's vintage, all right? But then it's turned off cold. Well, I tell you, it has started snowing here. Snowing! Can you believe it? It's supposed to be spring, not snowing. Oh, I need to do this little butterfly while I'm at it. Where did that go? But yeah, I like to look at snow. but I don't like the cold. There it is. Yeah, I like to look at snow, but I don't like the cold, and I don't like it this late in the blooming year. I mean, come on. That's definitely not got enough, but this probably does. I don't feel like putting it on the handle, so I will just do it like this and get it all over my fingers, and then transfer it all over everything else, more than likely. But that is life. It's my life anyway. Because I'm a goofball. Oh, yeah, look at that. Wet wipe. Get off a bit anyway. So yeah, snowing. I hope that by the time this video is up on the 1st of April, I'm really hoping there won't be more snow. I'm hoping we're finished with that. Okay, so I'm going to put, got glue stuck to me now. I'm going to put this bun here, and I don't mind that he hangs off a little bit. I'm perfectly okay with that. I'll just make sure that I put him into a pocket that, you know, he'll fit into. I actually quite like the elements being a bit larger than the tag sometimes. It just adds another dimension, literally. Just going to offset those. And I pulled this butterfly out because I think I want that to be my layout. I'm not entirely happy with this though, because that little graphic fades into the background too much. So I'm going to put it aside for the moment, and then I think I will find, do you remember the pink card that I put, that I did the eggs with on day 1? I put it behind, I cut out egg shapes and then mounted the larger ones of these on it. I had some of that card left over, so I think I will look for that. Might be too dark or bright, however you want to look at it, but I'll see. And I do have other pink card that, if that doesn't work, I'm sure I have something that will. But I just don't like how that just fades into the background. Oh, should have put the egg down first, because it tucks in behind her a bit. This lighting situation, I thought that it was fixed by the, you know, the ring light and everything that my sweet daughter got me for Mother's Day. But I don't know, it's still just not to my satisfaction. I feel like it's just washes things out. And now I feel like it's a bit too dark for you. Try. See, that washes out. That one is better, I suppose. Although you get shadows, but at least, I suppose you can at least see without it being completely washed out. You know, I wish I'd tried this out before. Yeah, what I'm doing, I just, as I was putting the glue on, I thought, you know what, I would like to add some dimension to that butterfly so he's not just sitting down flat. So I've just stuck it onto a button. It's just one I had sitting here because I want to do some little dangles to go on these guys. If I'd been thinking ahead of time, I would have pulled out, you know, some ugly button that I am not going to want to use later, rather than the pretty yellow one that I have very few of. Hey ho. There we go. I quite like that. And then we'll just add our ribbon to the top of it in a minute. So, paper. Where is the paper? I have an envelope here where I put the offcuts. If I can find it. Oh, here we are. All my little offcuts. Where is it? Huh. Well, wouldn't you know, I've not put the card in here. That's annoying. Let's... I wonder if I put a bit of that. No, it's too much white space, isn't it? What about... It's hard to tell. Let me just chop off a piece of this. That's too big, but we can try it out anyway. Hey Google.
Calling all.
Stop. Sorry guys. At a certain time every night my son gets an announcement to do his daily jobs. That's what that was. I don't like that. Alright, so I'm going to pause you a minute. Oh, no, not. Just kidding. Because here is the paper. Which, do I want the pink? Well, yeah, I want pink, but question is, which pink do I want? You wait there, bunny. That. I don't know, so I'm just going to chop a piece out of each of them. Oh, I'm blowing everything away. Come here, gots to have ya. So there's that one. Or, oh look, I've made a parallelogram. Or that one. Oh, that's decisions. I think I I'll go with the lighter one. I think I will. Now, let's see if I can get this straight. Might be easier if I use the knife. Where is the ruler? Oh, just got too much stuff here, guys. It's a good thing that you can only see a limited part of my desk. I'm sure you would be absolutely horrified. But at the same time, I'm sure a lot of you would identify with it too. All right, I don't want to waste a lot of time searching for it, so I'll just use this one. If I can get it straightened up. Oh, don't need that much. Okay, so we have straight ends. I think that's straight up there. So we just need to, how big do I want this? I'm sure you are really enjoying watching me fiddling around with this paper and trying to straighten it up. No, it's just absolutely mesmerizing, isn't it? I really ought to have my own TV series, shouldn't I? Oh, good grief. Tape, 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 tape. Yeah, these little pieces get really fiddly trying to keep them lined up. So a bit of tape is helpful. Let's see now. That looks like, yeah, pretty good size. I'm happy with that, I believe. Although, I think it is a wee bit wider than I would like. Just holding this over in the light so I can see it to cut with my scissors and hope that's still straight, at least fairly straight. Yeah, I like that better. Yeah, that works for me. All right, let's glue this down. You know, I thought that this video was going to be shorter than most of my videos, but I'm thinking it's probably not going to be, actually. I do hope you like long videos, because that seems to be all I can do. I guess I just talk too much. I didn't want to get glue on there, but I did, so not much I can do because I'm not starting all over. Yeah, I suppose that I'm just used to talking so much from all my years of teaching. That and the fact that the only other adult interaction I normally have day to day is my husband. I'm sure he gets tired of hearing the same stories over and over. Bless him. So this is sort of like I just, talk to myself because I'm not getting any answers from you guys. Too quiet. Ask your opinion on the, which shade of pink paper I should use, and just don't answer me. I have to decide on my own. Dear me, what good are you? Yeah, I like that. I do like that quite a lot, I think. All right. Oh, get in there. And guys, while I'm thinking about it, and I'm sure that, probably all of you, but just in case there's one of you who doesn't know, make sure that the pen, and I shouldn't have taken that out because you saw how I struggled to get it in. Make sure that the pens that you put in your glue bottles, and especially your art glitter glue, make sure that those are stainless steel pens. Otherwise, they will rust and turn your glue a rusty color, which is not nice. Okay, now I want to decorate a couple of bulb pins to go with these. And I keep my bulb pins and several other bits and pieces that I use in spice jars because I've got them in a rotating spice rack. So there's a little storage trick for you if you were thinking about how you could store some of your little bits. And it started off when I found a rotating a rotating spice rack in a thrift store. And I thought, oh, I think actually that would be a clever idea. Unfortunately, though, it did not have the bottles. The one that this goes with, I bought it. I have no idea where I bought it. Probably off Amazon, actually. It came with the bottles. This matches the rotating stand, but the one that I got at the thrift shop originally didn't have the bottles with it. Now, let me think. So, what I had to do is went to Aldi and bought the cheapest spice that I could. And I found oregano, or in America, oregano, for, I think it was like 20 or 29 pence. So I bought enough of that to fill all the spaces in the spice rack, and then I dumped all the oregano into big jars because I didn't want to just throw it away. So I dumped it into big jars, and it was quite a lot of it. But then I cleaned the jars up, and then I store things in them, and it goes in the spice rack. So I know you were just, absolutely desperate to hear that story, right? Okie dokie. Thinking about how I'll put this on. I think I want my seed beads first. This is not a fun thing to do without enough light. You think I could moan about it anymore? I'm sure I could. I could meet the challenge. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. Otherwise, I'm going to fill it up with seed beads and not have room for anything else. And I found a bunny charm. Can you see it? Oh, I think you can just about see it. I thought I had some other bunny charms, but I can't find them. Oop, come back here. Oh, I wanted that one anyway, I think. Little flower button. Can't really see the button behind there, but I think I shall leave the button off. Or I could put a smaller button in front of my bunny. Let's see if that works. No. I'm just going to leave off the button this time. Turn around here, bun. Yeah, I like that. See? Alright, I will close that up so everything doesn't fall off. I'll come back to it in a minute. Let's do the other one. Let's see, I have some flowers, and I'll put that aside because that one would need a head pin, and I don't want to fool with head pins right now. So I could use one of these flowers or butterfly. I'll show you what our selection is here. Oh, if I can turn that. So that's what I have to choose from. And I think I'll put the bunny with the bunny. So I'm auditioning for this one. How about, do I want to go with a butterfly since I have these butterflies, or do I want to go with, I think that one's a bit small really. That one would be as well, wouldn't it? So I have either this rose or I think I'll go with the butterfly. Butterfly it is. Oh. Let's see. I thought I had pulled out some different pink beads, but it looks like not. Okay. Well, I don't need a huge selection here, do I? Come back here. And a yellow, please. I think I'm going to put another pink one on just because I can. And come here, butterfly. I like it. Okay. Get these bits out of the way. Excuse me while I tidy up. All right, now we want ribbon. I quite like this ribbon, and all this is seam binding that I have wet. I just sprayed it with one of my little, I'm not going to be able to get a hold of one now, am I? Without tearing the place down. One of my little spray bottles, just with water, and just scrunch it up. And actually I usually hold mine, scrunched up for a minute or so, and then just leave it to dry. And I usually just do it sort of in the evening, and then by the time I come back the next day to do my crafting, it has dried and it's nice and crinkly and, well, sort of vintage looking. So I'm going to use that in at least one of them. I have another ribbon over here that I might use for the other one. Now I want to put, do I want to put this on? How do I want to do this? I think I'll put this on before I tie this up, rather than using the pin to pierce. Oh no, come round this side, round this side. Yeah, I suppose that's okay. There we go. Now I don't want my little tails quite so long. And don't worry, I'm not actually wasting these bits. I put these aside, and I'll use them later for little clusters and I can't think, clusters and whatnot. It's where I use all my little bits of lace and little bits of ribbon. So that one's done. Oh, do I want to use? And this one is just a faux silk ribbon. And I think I will actually use this one in this tag, just for something a little different. So I hope that you are enjoying this collaboration with all of the different creators. Hope you're finding lots of ideas and inspiration. I know I am. And oh, don't forget, by the time you see this video on the first, I started to tell you to go for the 50% off sale, but it might be too late by the time this video goes up. So I hope that you took advantage of it. Now, as I'm seeing that, I want more beads on there. So I'm going to take that back off and add a bead or two. I'm going to try to anyway. Yeah, so I hope that you took advantage of that 50% off sale, and we're able to get some of these beautiful Easter and spring kits from, or not necessarily just, well, yeah, I think they are all kits, but some of these beautiful digital graphics from Cara and Julie. But do check just in case when when this video goes up on the 1st. Do check the Etsy shops, because they might still be on sale. So, and I'm quickly gonna seal those because I know that phrase. Without burning. Oh. Hey. Try to do something and make it worse. Forgot what I was trying to say. Okay. That is me done. Stick a fork in me, I'm done. So, here are our completed projects for today. So we have our 2 little yellow tags that go into our little formerly file folder pockets. We have these 2 lovely pink gingham tags. And we have this pretty little journaling card stroke tuck spot. We'll see when we get there. As well as our other bits and bobs. Journaling card. Another journaling card. This will be a journaling card or a pocket. I think I'll turn this one into a tuck spot. And this one will be either a tuck spot or a journaling card. We shall see when I start putting it all together. So, thank you for joining me today. I will see you back here on, I moved my paper, on Wednesday, the 6th of April for day number 4. I might see you before then because I do have Cara's Easter or spring, I can't remember at the moment, folio to put together. So if I get time, I may put that together over the weekend and film the video. So do keep an eye out. I might post another video before next Wednesday the 6th. But I will see you at the latest on the 6th of April with day number 4. So I hope that you have a fabulous weekend between now and then, and find lots and lots of things to smile about. And guys, do just, give people a random smile when you're out, because you never know how you might improve someone's day. Yeah, I was having a rubbish day before, and somebody just smiled at me in the street, and it just brightened my day. It turned everything around. So don't underestimate the power of a smile. All right, guys. Love you lots. Take care, and I will see you soon. Happy crafting. Bye.